Well, this woman that's raising her boys by herself, single mother, she's out in the yard one day hanging clothes, and she's telling her neighbor next door that she's having problems with the two boys. One is 8 and the other one is 6, and she just can't deal with it no more. And the neighbor makes a suggestion: why don't you take them over to see Father John in the rectory over there, St. Joseph's Church? He'll straighten them boys right out. So the mother thinks about it, and that next day she calls up and she makes an appointment to go see the priest. So she comes over there, and the matron meets her at the door and brings the two boys with her, and she sits the boys down. The matron says, "All right, Father John will be right out. Wait right here." And she takes the mother with her. The priest comes walking in. He's about 6'4", big Irish-looking priest, and he turns to them and he says, "Okay, which one of you is the first?" So the older brother puts his head down. The younger brother looks up and says, "Okay, you come with me." He puts him in a chair and he faces the kid. He puts his chair facing the kid. He says to the kid, "Where is God?" And the kid shudders a little bit like this and puts his head down. When he looks back up and makes eye contact, the priest says, "Where is God?" And the kid shudders again. He puts his head down. When he brings his head up and makes eye contact again, the priest says, "Where is God?" And the kid gets up, he runs to his brother, says, "Let's get out of here, God's missing," and they think we got something to do with it. These two cats come into the country at the same time, an Italian cat and a Russian cat. 6 months later, they meet on the corner, and the Russian cat says to the Italian cat, "Man, look at you, you look great." Italian cat says, "Man, I'm working in that pizzeria on 86th Street, and I get my share of mice and rats every day." And the Russian cat says, "Man, I've been out of work for the last 6 months, and there's nights I go to bed hungry." And as they're talking, a rat runs right between the two of them. The Italian cat sees the rat. He's right on top of him. He bolts right after him. He's just about to grab him, and the rat goes into a hole. Italian cat stands over the hole with all fours and goes, "Woof, woof." And the rat looks up like this. He grabs the rat by his mouth, by his neck. He flings him up in the air, and as he comes down, he swallows him head whole. "Holy crap," says the Russian cat. "No wonder you're putting on all that weight." He goes, "But what's all that business barking like a dog?" And the Italian cat says, "In this country, if you're not bilingual, you starve." There's two guys that are in the rooftop lounge over in the Empire State Building. And one says, see, they're drinking at the bar, and one says, "I bet you $100 I could jump out that window and come back." The other one says, "Are you kidding me? Nobody could do that." He said, "Put your money where your mouth is." Guy says, "Sure." Puts his $100 down. The guy puts his $100 down. He goes over to the window. He picks up the window. He jumps out. Comes right back in. And the other guy's standing near the window. He's amazed. It can't be. He says, he sticks his hand out there. He feels the breeze. He goes back to the bar. And the other guy says, "Bartender, give my friend a drink." And he says, "But nobody could do that." He says, "A bet's a bet, my friend." He scoops up the money. About 5 months later, the guy says to him, "Nobody." He says, "You want double or nothing?" "Yeah," he says. "Can't happen." He says, "Okay, double or nothing." He puts his money down. Guy goes over to the window, picks the window, jumps out. He comes back and he says, "But it's impossible. Nobody could do it." "Bartender, give my friend a drink." He scoops up the money, has his drink, and the guy says, shaking his head, he says, "I still can't believe it. It's impossible. I want to try it." Guy says, "You want to try it? All right. You're going to bet your money?" "Yeah, absolutely." He goes to the window, he jumps out. Guy kills himself. The other guy comes back to the bar and he picks up the money, and the bartender says, "You know, Superman, you're starting to piss me off now." Everybody knows the one about the 3 little pigs, the nursery rhyme. Well, the wolf comes knocking at the house made out of straw, and he says, little pig, let me in, or by my chinny chin chin, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the house in." When he huffs and puffs and blows the house in, the pig runs to the house made out of wood. When he gets there, the other pig says, "What's up?" He says, "What's up? The wolf was just at my house and he blew my house down. He's on his way over here." "Oh crap," they say. Next minute, the wolf comes knocking at the house made out of wood. Little pigs, let me in, or by my chinny chin chin, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the house in." He huffs, he puffs. When he blows the house in, they run to the house made out of brick. When they gets there, the pig's dressed up in a 3-piece black suit, black hat. And he says, "What's up, guys?" And the one in the house of straw says, "The wolf was at my house and he blew it down." And the one in the wood says, "Mine too, and he's on his way here." "Don't worry about nothing," he says. He goes over to the phone, he picks up the phone. Next minute, a black limo pulls up. 4 pigs get out with baseball bats. black suits and black hats. They grab the wolf, they break his arms and legs. The one in the house of straw turns to the one in the house of wood. He says, "Who's them guys?" And he goes, "That's his cousins. They're guinea pigs." Oh, there's these three guys that work together on the same job, and two of them are avid hunters, and that's all they do is talk about hunting and the trips they've been on. And the other kid, he's a rookie, and he's never really, if he did hunt, it's just once or twice. But he insists on going with the two other guys, wants to just be part of it, So they plan this hunting trip. And it's early on the first morning, and one of the guys hears the noise. He grabs his gear. He hears the noise, he follows the noise. He sees the tracks, he follows the tracks. Bang, bang! When he comes back to the cabin door, there's the rookie at the door. And he says, "Joe, look at this deer." He said, "Ain't it a beautiful 10-point buck?" He said, "How'd you do it? How'd it happen?" He says, "I heard the noise and I followed the noise. I saw the tracks and I followed the tracks, and look at this beautiful buck." He says, "Why can't that happen to me?" It's early on the second morning, and the other hunter, he hears the noise. He grabs his gear, he hears the noise, he follows the noise. He sees the tracks, he follows it. Bang, bang, when he comes back to the cabin door, there's the rookie again. And he goes, "John, look at this bear. How'd you do it?" He goes, "Just like Joe. I heard the noise, I followed the noise, I saw the tracks, I followed the tracks. Look at this beautiful black bear." He says, "I gotta try that." So it's on the third day, early in the morning. Third guy, the rookie, hears the noise. He grabs his gear. He hears the noise. He follows the noise. He sees the tracks. He follows it. Bang, bang. When he comes back to the cabin, his clothes are all ripped. He's all full of blood. He's got no weapon. And there's Joe and John at the door. And they said, "What happened, Bob?" He said, "I don't know. I did like you guys did. I heard the noise. I followed the noise. I saw the tracks. I followed the tracks. Next minute, I get hit by the freaking train." The one where the woman on the farm, she looks out the window and she sees her son kick the cow. She looks, "I can't believe he did that." Next minute he goes over and he kicks the pig. Wait till he comes in the house, she says, "I'm gonna really give it to him." He goes over and he kicks the chicken too. Comes to walking in the back door, she grabs him by the ear. She says, "I saw what you did. You kicked the cow, didn't you?" "No, I didn't." "Don't lie to me. What'd I tell you about lying?" "I did," he says. "Okay, for that, you get no milk for a week and no beef for a week. And I saw you kick the pig too, right? For that, you get no bologna and no bacon for a week. And I saw you kick the chicken, so you get no chicken for a week. Now go to your room, you're punished until your father comes home." 5 o'clock comes around, the father comes home, and the kid hears the father walking the door. He runs to his father, and as they're walking toward the kitchen, the cat walks in front of the father, and the father kicks the cat, and the kid says, "Ma, you want me to tell him, or you gonna tell him?" The zebra escapes from the zoo, and being in captivity all its life, it's never seen no other animals. And the zebra comes across this big farm, and the first animal the zebra sees is a chicken. And the zebra walks up to the chicken, he looks at the chicken, he says to the chicken, "What are you?" The chicken looks at the zebra and says, "Are you kidding me? I'm a chicken." And the zebra says, "So what do you do?" "What do I do?" says the chicken. "I lay eggs for all the people in the world, and my meat poultry, it's one of the best in the world." The zebra says, "No kidding." Zebra trots on. The next animal the zebra sees is a cow. Zebra trots up to the cow, he looks at the cow, he says, "What are you?" And the cow says, "I'm a cow." He says, "And what do you do?" "What do I do?" says the cow. "I give milk to all the people, babies, people in the world, and my meat, beef, best in the world." And the zebra says, "No kidding." And the zebra starts trotting, and grazing in the field is a bull. The zebra trots up to the bull, he looks at the bull, and he says, "What are you?" And the bull looks up and says, "I'm a bull." He says, "And what do you do?" He says, "Take off them pajamas and I'll show you."